Hey everyone, so, like most humans, I love Smash Brothers, and fresh off of all the delicious details we got at E3, I wanted to share my thoughts on Smash 5 with you all. First off, I am super pleased that this is indeed the next entry in the series, and not strictly a glorified Smash 4 Deluxe, which I was afraid of months ago considering the smaller than usual time frame that the game was made under. But what Nintendo showed off of the new game was just so exciting and thrilling to see. It seems that Smash 5 is a happy union of all previous entries, and I'm not just saying that because of the all-inclusive roster hook. With directional air dodges returning and a clear emphasis on speed and technique, Melee's best portions feel present. Add in the colorful party chaos Brawl gave us, plus Smash 4's streamlined physics, an amazing combo game, and many blessed gameplay refinements, we have a game that can literally please everyone. Since Smash 4 was developed for the Wii U and 3DS concurrently, I felt that that game suffered in a way because of Sakurai's insistence that the games be identical, which it was inherently problematic since they had to find the middle ground between two very different game systems. Smash 4 is my favorite entry in the franchise, but looking at Smash Ultimate, it's clear that this is the big beautiful console release I've yearned for. And because it's not being forced to mirror something inferior, looks grand and crisp. In Smash 5, we have gorgeous animation work with a lot of attention to detail, and watching gameplay footage, I like the increased sense of speed and the knockback physics. Obviously, I'm just eyeballing it, but it looks like when you get knocked away, you can regain control faster without the game sacrificing KO potential. Maybe if you get to where you're going faster, you'll regain control faster, making for a better paced multiplayer match where everything just starts going nuts, but that's just me wondering out loud. Also, Smash 4 showed us a lot more bravado in adding more interesting character customization, and with Wedding and Builder Mario in the mix, I hope they continue this trend of spicing up the presentation, because Project M kicks Nintendo's ass at offering new and interesting costumes. I'm really excited that Smash 5 seems to be paying better attention to its hardcore fans with significant attention to presentation. Also, I've been calling it Smash 5 because Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is a bit of a mouthful. How about, like, Ultra Smash? I don't know. Moving on, the roster gimmick of bringing everyone back honestly doesn't do much for me personally. Sakurai used to say in interviews back in the mid-2000s in between Melee and Brawl that he wanted every entry in Smash to have a unique roster, and he didn't want to keep increasing the roster count past 35. And now we're pushing 70. Clearly the fans wore Papa Sakurai down, so he's giving us what he thinks fans will be most pleased with. So while this isn't really getting me hyped, if everyone else is happy to see their fighters return like Pichu, then I'm happy, because Smash Brothers is fucking awesome and everyone should love it. Even though they super need to add Dixie and Gino to the game already. And Banjo-Kazooie. And Decidueye while you're at it. And cut Rob too. But I am genuinely annoyed at Ridley's inclusion because he is too big. Now, before you rage at me, please let me explain the rhetoric better. The argument that Ridley is too big was never about pointing out the impossibility of accommodating Smash's size formats. The argument was more saying, please don't shrink him.
Comparatively, he's actually very, very tall. He's about 4 meters tall. And because of that, it was very hard to actually get him into the game in a working condition, but there was a lot of outcry from fans, especially overseas, so we decided to put him in.
You know, it's also possible to stick a pair of fucking googly eyes on Hyrule Castle and make it a character, but that doesn't mean you should. This is Ridley. And this is Ridley. This is a gnarled turd of Ridley. We've had reference points to a normal-sized Bowser prior to Melee, but this was never the case for Ridley. Therefore, they had to shrink him down to a little gross version of himself. This model just looks ugly and very much forced. But fans were crying until Papa Sakurai broke down and coddled us, and now we got him, and
Ridley does have the damage output necessary to make this comeback.
Oh yeah, for sure. We saw that the down beat does, what, 51%? That's nuts. And what?
Despite being a huge fan of Metroid, this just does nothing for me. And it's not that I'm upset or bandwagoning hatred for Sakurai or Nintendo, it's just another moment where the fans pushed for a bad idea. Just because it was possible and you wanted it didn't mean it was a good idea. And speaking of people being morons on the internet, right out of the gate on Super Smash Bros.'s release, there was controversy on Waluigi's absence as a fighter. Like, when you Google Smash 5, like, the first hit I was getting was a Washington Post article saying that Waluigi was humiliated and his fans were pissed. Surely all 20 of Waluigi's hardcore fanbase will burn Nintendo to the ground because their lazily conceived half-assed character isn't dragging down the roster with the 0 things that make him interesting. But that's enough negativity. As I said, I feel Smash 5 is taking all the best parts of the series and putting it under one roof, and this time feels flashier than ever, and it seems to bear in mind its entire fanbase, from casuals to the tournament fellows. The buzz I've seen around the game has been really considerably positive, and it looks super fun. I, for one, will definitely be picking up the game the second it releases. I'm going to have Smash parties like the old days, and I hope you do too. I am Mr. Tilbury, thanks for being a nerd with me, and I'll see you next time.